Georgia, and now parts of Arizona still don't have power. And you guys think that this is just going to fix itself, that the police, that our government's going to jump in and save the day like they normally would, right? I honestly believe that this is a test. I believe that they're trying to see exactly how long it takes before the entire state starts collapsing. And I'm talking about before people start freaking out. If you've seen any apocalyptic movie or read any of Jack Hunt's books, then you would know what happens after about 14 days of not having power and not having the things that we normally have. People start freaking out, like they start unaliving themselves and unaliving other people and robbing and stealing, and yeah, it's a whole thing, right? So that got really dramatic, but what I mean to say is at this point everything needs to be solar powered. There is no excuse. There's like a ton of solar power options on Amazon and other websites. The fan you're hearing in the background, solar powered. Everything in my cabin is solar powered. I refuse to wait on our government to give me the things that we need. This is why I live off grid. For this reason, I'm telling you guys, I'm not expecting you to buy land in the middle of the desert like I did. I'm simply saying at this point, you should already know that you cannot rely on anyone from outside of your own communities. Get solar power to everything slowly. I don't even have an air conditioning unit right now because solar powered ACs are really expensive. As I'm cutting out a bunch of things in my life that I don't need, even at some point very soon, I will have what I need. But get the smaller things like solar powered lights, solar powered cell phone chargers, fans, things like that. It's doable. In no way, shape, or form should the powers that be have control over the resources that we need. Period. Indiana, Georgia, and now parts of Arizona still don't.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, mercy, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, the Israelites of the Bible, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. As you can see, I got this video I found of this Eve. She's talking about how Indiana, Arizona, and Georgia doesn't have no power, and also Long Beach also got hit with no power. I think it was Sunday or Monday night. They didn't have power for a couple of hours, and that's what's going on. You know, we're in those times of Jacob's trouble, man. A lot of stuff is happening right now around the world, especially right here in Babylon, which is United States. And she starts talking about how people, you know, she thinks this is a test, and it is going to be a test, and people are going to start freaking out. Like she said, people are going to start freaking out because people from the United States have gotten so comfortable having everything, and now that they don't have power, a lot of people, you know, they can't be on their phones, they can't be on their video games or TV, their food, they can't eat like junk food or like cold stuff because everything, there's no power and everything's hot. And like she said, people are going to start freaking out. People are going to start, you know, unaliving themselves or going to steal from other people or still around the place where there's no power. And also there was another article that I saw that the power grid might shut off for like 18 months. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And when she was talking about it, it reminded me of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. So we're going to bring it out. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Adonai Yahweh. And the people of the Heavenly Father are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." And yeah, these words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, are faithful and true because we're seeing it happening right in front of our eyes. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So we shouldn't care how people look at us or how they speak about us when we speak this truth. Because, you know, in this world, a lot of people hate the truth. They can't. They're so used to lies that when someone brings out facts and history, statistics, and truthful stuff, they can't accept it. But the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, also blinded their ears, blinded their eyes to not see, or cover their ears, not for them to not hear or understand. "Behold, said the Adonai Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." So these are the plagues that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, is bringing in the world, especially starting right now with the United States, which is spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, and spiritual Sodom. "For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Other One Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And those people that are crying out loud to the Heavenly Father will be the prophets, the man of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, the men that are out there in the highways and hedges prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom, and also, doing video lessons to edify the hopeful elect, which are the 144,000 men. Therefore said the Other One Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So we know that this is spiritual Egypt. The United States is spiritual Egypt, the house of bondage. But I will bring them with a mighty hand, and that mighty hand is Yahweh Shai, his right hand, and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And yeah, that's what the Heavenly Father is doing right now. He's sending plagues, just like he did in the ancient times. When we were in our first captivity with the ancient Egyptians, now he's doing it with the modern Egyptians. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh should bring upon it. And also, if we go to the book of Exodus, chapter 10, the Heavenly Father also made the whole land of Egypt in darkness. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 21, and it reads, And the Other One Yahweh said unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand towards heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which they befelt. And Moses stretched forth his hand towards heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. So these are 3 days, but I read that in Indiana, Garyland, Indiana, they've been off with no power for like 10 days. So in ancient Egypt it was 3 days, but over here in modern Egypt it's 10 days, and it's going to be up to 18 months. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. So the only people that had darkness were the Egyptians, and those that had light was the Israelites, so-called Native Hispanics and Native Americans. So we go back to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 13. It says, They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hell, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So woe means destruction. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh. One people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And that's basically talking about race wars. And also of these people, like the lady said, like people are going to be starting unaliving their own selves, and also going out to start robbing people. So when people rob other people, people are going to protect themselves, and they're going to start killing each other. Verse 16, For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. And we know that pride starts with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. A man should not have pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And that's what's going on right now. I've seen videos of people that going to the groceries and everything's emptied out. Like everything that needs to be in cold places, it's not in the shelves. Everything's emptied out. People are going to get to the gas station. There's a gas station that only have a couple of gasoline, and people are filling up their pumps. People can't take out money from the ATM, so that's gonna make people to bug out. So people are gonna be bugging out a lot. So that video that I saw reminded me of this chapter in this book from 2nd Ezra chapter 15. We'll go to the book of Isaiah, as we know that the man of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, are going to be protected in those times. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It reads, And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that times. So those that were blessed with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we're going to be stable. We're not going to be bugging out like these other people are going to be bugging out, because we know that this is supposed to happen. That's why it says in the book of Revelations chapter 1, verse 3 says, blessed is he that read it. So we're blessed when we read these words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and we have also the understanding. And they that hear the words of this prophecy. So we know that with second Esdras, that's the prophecy. And keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And that time is of this place of the United States getting judged by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So if we go back to Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Other One Yahweh is his treasure. So yeah, those that, got this blessing from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that walks in faith and also in fear, Lord willing, we get that mercy from the Heavenly Father when all hell is breaking loose, and we get salvation from him, because everything comes from him, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash, Shalom.